It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition. This is for Monday, the 3rd of May. I'm James Spann. More active convection this week for Alabama, at least the first half of the week, with multiple rounds of thunderstorms, possibly strong to severe. A lot to talk about, so let's dive into it. This is the upper air look across the country early this morning. We have a wavy zonal flow across the southern states, a series of waves in the flow, and again, that's going to create unsettled weather through tomorrow night. It was a radar early this morning, a little before 5 o'clock. We had a number of showers and thunderstorms in progress, the more active ones on the eastern side of the state to start today. Pretty mild early this morning, temperatures around 70. We're expecting highs in the low 80s in most spots today. There's the watch warning map. How about winter storm warnings and watches for parts of Colorado and the Rocky Mountains there, but otherwise things are quiet. But later today, storms fire up again. We've got basically a risk of severe storms over much of the eastern half of the country, including an enhanced risk north and west of Alabama for parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, into western Kentucky, and the southern tip of Illinois and Indiana. Around here, we've got the standard slight risk. That's level 2 out of 5 for parts of East Alabama. This would include places like Alexander City, Anniston, Birmingham, Montgomery, Auburn, Opelika, Tuskegee, a marginal risk surrounding that. The storms that redevelop later in the day today could produce hail and strong winds. But tomorrow we have a more substantial threat for parts of the deep south. We've got a risk of severe storms all the way from the Gulf Coast up into parts of Ohio and Pennsylvania. Much of Alabama in a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk. This extends as far south as Jackson and Auburn. We've got a slight risk down to Mobile and a marginal risk on the immediate Gulf Coast. And we'll talk more about the specifics of this threat here in just a moment as we go through modeling. Then on day 3, which is Wednesday, we have a marginal risk for the eastern part of the United States, including the southern tip of Alabama near Dothan. And for much of the state, it's going to be a transformation day with morning showers ending and the sky clearing by Wednesday afternoon. This is the rain for the next 7 days. Again, the east is relatively wet. For Alabama, most of the amounts in the 2 to 3 inch range. And a lot of that's going to be between now and tomorrow night. So model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 06E run, valid today at 4. Got a pretty decent trough coming out of the Rockies. And down below that, we are in a moist, unstable, warm air mass. And we'll see showers and storms around today. This is the high-res NAM, valid today at 2 o'clock, suggesting a band of thunderstorms setting up along Interstate 20 from Tuscaloosa to Birmingham to Anniston. And again, the radar will not look exactly like that, but the storms that do form this afternoon could produce hail and strong gusty winds. There's not much of helicity involved here today, so tornadoes should not be a problem. This is tomorrow. Got a surface low north and west of the state. Here's the high-res NAM at 7 o'clock, suggesting a line of storms pushing into the northern and western part of the state. Out ahead of that, the instability values are very high. This is suggesting the surface-based capes could reach 3,000 joules per kilogram, some of the most unstable air we've seen this year. And understand every day in the summer it looks like that, but when you got dynamic support involved, you could see some pretty active storms. This is the storm relative helicity, 0 to 1 kilometer, and there's sufficient values here for the possibility of a few rotating updrafts and maybe a few tornadoes. This is the STP, the significant tornado parameter, in advance of that line. And you can see we got some of the STP values up to 5 and 6 units. So the bottom line is tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, we'll probably have storms that could produce large hail, strong winds, possibly a few tornadoes. It'll be a day to be very weather aware. And then on Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms confined mainly to the Gulf Coast by afternoon. Any storm should be ending here over the northern half of the state early in the day. And then we could see some clearing by Wednesday afternoon with highs dropping back in the low 70s. Thursday, we'll call it partly sunny. We think much of the state will be dry, maybe some showers for the Gulf Coast and the southeastern tip of the state. Again, highs in the 70s. And this is Friday. We should be in a dry air mass. The sky's sunny. We start the day in the upper 40s. The high will be in the low 70s. For the weekend, Saturday looks good. Lots of sunshine. The high close to 80. And then Sunday, the next wave comes in, and a batch of showers will likely arrive Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. Then a week from today, Monday, May 10th, most of the wave action to the north. And again, this is suggesting a chance of showers and possibly a few storms with a surface front kind of hanging up in that Zonal flow across the deep south. We'll go out 10 days. This is Wednesday of next week, May 12th. Heights are coming up, and again, that looks warm and dry with showers just north of here. Rain for Birmingham off the European ensemble, the mean approaching 4 inches between now and the 18th of May. Highs up in the 80s today and tomorrow, then back in the 70s for the latter half of the week, and we go right back in the 80s over the weekend and next week. And the CPC outlook, this is for May 10th through May 16th, and if this works out, temperatures around here would be above average. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3 o'clock this afternoon. You can catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless. Hey, this is James Spann. I think one of the best parts of my job, getting to do weather programs in schools. During regular times, I'm in a school once or twice a day, teaching students, mostly in elementary schools, things about weather and science. It's a really great part of my job. In fact, if I wasn't a television meteorologist, I would be a third grade science teacher. But one thing I've noticed over the years, some children, not all, but some, develop a genuine fear, a phobia of weather, especially thunderstorms and tornadoes. To offset that, I commissioned a couple of creative members of my family to write a series of children's books about weather. And the first one is out. Benny and Chipper, Be Prepared, Not Scared. Your kids will absolutely love Benny the Bear and his best pal, Chipper the Beagle Dog. It's a really good read about thunderstorms and tornadoes and how it's okay to be a little afraid, but you don't have to be really afraid. As long as you're prepared, you understand them, you know what to do, and you take care of yourself. Information is very powerful, and that starts a process of kids overcoming that fear. And this book is a really good read for any elementary school student. My friend Ginger Z of ABC News in New York, the chief meteorologist there, wrote a foreword here. Jeremy Davis, an illustrator, really makes Benny and Chipper come to life. It's a great read, and your kids will love it. I would encourage you to get a copy, and we'll have future books with Benny and Chipper about things like thunderstorms and the science behind them, tornadoes and hurricanes. So get your copy today. Right now it's available online at Spannbook, with 2 N's, Spannbook.com. And you'll see some other cool stuff there as well. Benny and Chipper, Prepared Not Scared. Get your kids a copy today.